Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of my Vodafone Smart Tab II review. And in this review I'm going to turn this tablet into my own tablet in terms of installing new applications on it, customizing screens and so on, to give it more of a personal feel and see how the tablet copes. Now I've attached my email to the tablet, so this means that I can access all my Google accounts, and that includes getting onto the Google Play Market. And the first thing I'm going to do in the Google Play Market is to download a live wallpaper, just to give my background a bit more of an interactive and pretty feel. So let's take a look at the live wallpaper I'm going to use, and that live wallpaper is called Lonely Tree. This is just a demo version, but it does look glorious on my Nexus 7, and so applying it to the Smart Tab II, and it looks glorious on this one as well. And if I scroll through the pages, it does impact the scrolling a tiny amount. It might not be noticeable on the tablet as I'm doing it, but it does have a tiny effect, but nothing too distracting. Next on the list is to download a game, and that game is going to be Jetpack Joyride, which seems to be the game of choice when I'm demonstrating on various tablets. So we'll just install that, and as it is installing, we'll just take another look around the tablet and see what else we can do with it. Now, I'm a big fan of reading, and the 7-inch form factor of these tablets is absolutely ideal to create a brilliant reading environment. So what I'm going to do now is go to the Amazon Kindle application that does come pre-installed on the Smart Tab II, so you don't have to download it. And I've tied my Kindle account to this tablet so we can read a book. Now, one thing I will note just before I start scrolling through the pages is that the screen dimensions of the Smart Tab II seem a little different to the Nexus 7. The screen length is a little bit longer and the screen width is a little bit shorter. So it does give you a little bit of a different feel if you're comparing it to another tablet, but you probably won't recognise this if you just own one tablet. Now, as you can see, the Kindle application is coping absolutely fine with me scrolling quickly through pages and changing fonts, which isn't always the case on all e-readers, but the Amazon Kindle application does seem to be excelling in performance in that regard. The game still hasn't quite downloaded at the moment, so let's quickly look at this built-in Wikipedia application. And I'm not going to do a search, I'm just going to choose the random article of the day and see how quickly the application gets there. And it gets there very quickly, no problems at all. So I've just done a few general things moving from application to application, so the market to e-reading to Wikipedia, and the tablet is coping absolutely fine with all tests. So onto the game itself. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to be quiet for a minute and I'll just play the game and I'll let you judge how it runs. 2 points I noticed while playing this game. First of all, the speakers, which you heard me putting up to full volume, are excellent. They produce very loud sound, and the quality is more than acceptable. And it's not always the case with tablets that you get speakers that are loud enough. The second point, and this is a bit of a negative, is that the resolution of a tablet isn't as high as the Nexus 7. It's 1026 by 600. So it's a small drop in resolution, but if you have used the Nexus 7, you will notice it. So 2 points there, one a good point and one a bad point. But the application itself has run very well. There's been no slowdown. It's run very fast. I've had no problems at all, and nothing the tablet's doing is impeding me from playing the game. I'm just dying because I'm not very good at it. So again, another positive performance from the tablet. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put it back into portrait mode, and we'll just use the task manager to quickly look at some of the applications that I've used. IMDb I haven't used for 24 hours, but it's still in the list. and as you can see, it loads up very quickly. Then I'm going to go to the e-reader, which I had up 5 minutes ago, the Amazon Kindle. Again, 2 or 3 seconds to load back up into the application, and then we'll switch back to the game I was playing a second ago, and as you can see, it jumps back in there very quickly, no problems. So again, good multitasking performance here from the Smart Tab II. Now, the next test is to download a media player from the marketplace, which is MX Player. And what I'm going to do when I download this media player is use the micro SD card in the back of a tablet. Of course, this is one of the positive selling points of the tablet, in that you have external storage capacity in order to increase the meager 2 gigabytes that you end up having in the internal memory. It is 4 gigabytes, but after the storage of the operating system, you really don't have much to play with. So I'm trying to insert a card in the back of a tablet. I realise that there's no spring mount here, so you've kind of got to put it in the top part of a slot and then slide it down, and then it's in there. Now I'm doing all this with the tablet still on, so you don't have to turn the tablet off or anything, which is another positive. So I can just unlock it, and the SD card should now be detected. And if I check in the notifications, it takes me to the file manager, which is included on the Smart Tab II, which is another positive. And I'm just going to play a video straight away, and again, we'll see how it performs.
The rough atmosphere. You're not in a hotel. This is rough. Look at the lows.
I would say that worked perfectly. Now, the last test I'm going to do is to try and plug in a USB OTG cable, which is an on-the-go cable. And on the Nexus 7, this enables you to plug in USB devices such as mouses, memory sticks, and even Xbox controllers. However, when I plugged in a mouse and also the Xbox controller, it didn't seem to work. It may be that the Smart Tab II is unable to power USB devices from this micro USB port. Nevertheless, this has been a strong performance from the Smart Tab II. There's very little to complain about, so we'll see how it performs in a 3G test, which is coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.